Hey, welcome back to Root Beer Gamers playing Geometry Dash, and what the fuck is this on the screen?
This is an interesting level.
Thought we were
We're playing Doki Doki Literature Club, if you didn't know when you clicked the thumbnail.
Yep.
Geometry Doki Doki Literature Club.
Geometry Doki Dash.
Put a cube up on screen. Thanks.
Man, look at it.
Man, look at that.
Alright, now that we can continue.
With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monika.
Monika.
Of course.
Monika. What's up, Monika?
You know,
Sorry.
Are you playing out a scenario in your head?
I'm kind of interested here.
Oh my god, no.
She's my favorite, though. I love Monica.
I like her hair.
Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? No. Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Probably. Alright. I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me.
Most likely.
Most likely. That laugh is great.
That's way too good.
That was really good.
Dead. So hopefully Sayori doesn't have any lines anytime soon.
No, you're good.
And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Hey, Sayori, say something.
Oh, this is your part. This is the game.
Oh my god.
Oh, I get to actually write something.
Pick
Pick words you think your favorite club member will like. Something good will happen with whoever likes your poem the most. What the fuck?
So choose a word that.
Death!
Do you want help with this, or do you want to just choose?
No, we don't want help.
No, but I can. Okay, because I can tell.
Wait, you mean
Dougie
this
was
is important?
insulted.
It helps you get more with
No.
the. If you want to be
We
with a
don't-
girl more,
Yeah,
the
but-
words matter.
Yeah, but
Oh shit, this is a dating sim.
Yeah.
yeah,
this is a
but,
dating sim.
But no,
No. Okay.
we'll do it ourselves.
Then go with whatever you think.
We don't
Chill.
want to do anything.
I
Chill.
know. I'm just trying to help you if you want to choose a certain girl.
We don't.
Imagination. Peaceful.
Giggle.
Climax.
Climax. Yes. Climax. Playground dark. Playground dark. Both. Uncanny. Fester. Wait.
Doug,
Fester.
okay, Fester it is.
Okay.
I'm needing your help here to pick out which words. Because I
You
You
can't
can tell
trust
who it's
them.
in favor of by the
Electricity.
Little-
Oh, by the
character
coloring?
No, by
No,
the
no,
Oh.
but
character
whoever
that
jumps. When they jump, that means they like that word the most. Electricity.
Daydream. Oh,
Inferno.
Oh, okay.
I see.
Boop. Boop. Oh my god.
I knew
I
it.
knew it. I knew it was gonna be her.
How are you picking up on the patterns?
Lust. No.
Lust. All of them.
All of them.
Why
are the
would she
chibies
be so cute?
Entropy.
These are all
Entropy. Melancholy.
Yeah, I kind of
Yeah, I
figured there.
figured it would be her as well.
Okay, I'm slowly figuring out how these words all go together.
Yeah.
Actually, I wonder.
Determination.
Actually, I do kind of wonder which one would have jumped at lust there.
Why didn't
Determination.
you put the you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, sure. Determination.
Oh, so she's played Undertale.
Yeah, apparently.
There.
Suicide?
Suicide.
What?
Suicide. Suicide.
They all jump? Oh no.
Yeah, because she's into the dark horror shit.
So are we just gonna pick
Apparently.
dark horror shit this time?
Well, is that what we're doing?
I don't know.
guess.
I
Who do
guess.
you like the most? You like
Disaster.
Disaster.
Knew it.
Sense.
Defeat.
Oh, headphones, the most disastrous.
Anime.
Just,
The worst.
The
just
worst.
anime. They all jump.
Heartbeat. Really? Okay.
I figured that would be
Unrequited.
Fuck this unrecorded.
Hurt.
So what are we going with here, Doug?
I don't know.
Which word should I pick? Socks?
I mean,
See who jumps at bed.
I'm a
Who
little...
does jump at bed?
Oh.
Hey, I mean, I like sleeping too.
Same.
There's not necessarily anything wrong with that.
Frightening.
Fine. Maybe just too creepy.
No, agonizing. Agonizing.
Well, we already know who's gonna jump at that. Massacre.
Massacre.
It's gonna be her
Sugar.
jumping.
Well, yeah, of
It's like
course.
it's Sayori.
Doug, what word?
Um,
Massacre?
Are we going with a specific one?
I don't know. I've just been clicking whatever, really.
Yeah.
That makes us laugh.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Massacre. Yeah,
Okay.
I figured it would be her.
Starsky.
Starsky.
Oh, she jumped at that one.
Yeah,
Cool.
she likes smart.
She just likes thoughtful things.
So philosophy too, probably.
Swimsuit.
Who's gonna jump at Nibble? That just sounds
That's
funny.
gonna be
Nibble-
Nazi.
That's a
it's
cute
prob-
thing.
it's
No, that's a
prob-
cute
Yeah, I was
thing.
gonna say it's probably gonna be Natsuki.
No, I know. I thought it'd be a fun thing to figure out.
Swimsuit?
Sure.
Really? Okay. Hmm.
My place gone vertical.
Out? I wonder who's gonna do that.
Alright, last word probably. Which one?
Where'd it go?
Go ahead and jump.
Jump.
Well, jump!
Jump.
Hi again, Fredonculus. Glad to see you didn't run away on us.
Oh my god.
Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least I kept my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out.
Thanks for keeping your promise, Fredonculus. I hope that this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it.
Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. Siri told me he didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year, too. I don't know if you plan on just coming here to hang out or what, but if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it.
Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga.
Manga is literature!
Is it?
Hey, you
Even
like
I'm
this character,
questioning.
don't you, Doug?
A little bit.
Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat.
Don't worry, guys. Redonkulus always gives it his best as long as he's having fun.
I'm not having fun.
Are
Are you having fun?
He helps me with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room.
How dependable.
Sayori, that's because your room is so messy, it's distracting.
Damn.
And you almost set your house on fire.
It's like
Is that
being
so?
over Ashley.
Shut the fuck up!
Hey, Sayori's basically Ashley.
Shut the fuck up! It's not! It is, kind of. You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous.
Why?
How come? You and Redonkulus can become good friends too.
Sayori.
Cut that shit out.
I know when to slap a bitch.
Oh.
As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into.
Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know?
Wait, Sayori!
Me?
Not really.
Don't be shy.
It's really nothing.
What is it?
Never mind.
I said,
Sayori,
what is it?
Sayori made it
What
sound
is
like
it?
a big deal when it's really not. Ooh, what do I do?
Well, I mean, give it to me.
I'm sorry, Yuri, I wasn't thinking.
Guess this means it's up to me to rescue this situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place, so any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter
Did you
what.
say gesture?
You did. You did.
Oh no.
What?
It's gesture.
You said gesture.
My fucking bad. I'm sorry.
Oh, come on. We always call out each other whenever we say things incorrectly.
He
It's
said
a-
so.
Like
No,
particular.
I don't think you guys did that to me very much because as Makoto,
You did it.
I did it on purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We gotta go to the game.
you got away with it, asshole.
Yes.
Yeah, I won't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be.
Hey, I'm sorry.
Oh
All
my
right. Well, here.
Reaches into her bag and pulls out a book.
I didn't want you to feel left out.
How to Get Away with Murder.
Yeah.
So I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you wanted.
This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute?
Oh.
She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book.
Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think.
Now that everyone's settled in... What's the book?
You'll learn next time.
Guys.
Now that
art
everyone's
of
settled
war.
in... I hope.
Yeah.
First of all, not a short read.
Yeah, no, it's
Oh
not.
yeah, no, that's not. Holy shit.
Oh, the man is
it's a
filled
short-
with knowledge.
Here's a short
Oh,
view.
whoops. I can right click and get rid of the fucking box.
You can get
Nice.
screen cap. You need screen cap.
That's dumb. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club, but that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki's rummaging around in the closet.
Throwing shit everywhere.
I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little... I keep hitting the wrong fucking button. To talk to Yuri... Fuck! A little bit more. But at the same time, I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. Looks like the same book she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me, and our eyes meet for a split second. Like that.
Why are you read? You read that like it was a line out of a horror story.
Well, I mean, that's
Yeah,
what
yeah,
she's
yeah.
into.
Horror.
He
Makes
just
sense.
leans in. He's like, but that only makes her hide her face deeper.
Sorry. I was just spacing out. Muttered this, sensing I made her uncomfortable.
Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed it in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so...
It's the book you gave me, right?
I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason.
Just curious, how come you have 2 copies of the same book?
Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday, that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy 2 of them.
I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me. Then I decide to let it go.
Really? Ooh,
I'll
you
definitely
didn't catch
start
that.
reading it soon.
I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down.
Oh
It's a
god.
very engaging and relatable story.
It's cursed.
Is that so? What's it about anyway?
Well,
Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the back.
Scanning.
The book is
Scanning.
titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous looking eye symbol on the front cover. It's the newest edition of a
Da-da-da,
series of
da-da-da.
unfortunate events.
all right. I just wanted to make sure I don't accidentally give anything away. Basically, it's about this girl in high school who moves in with her long-lost younger sister. But as soon as she does so, her life gets really strange. She gets targeted by these people who escaped from a human experiment prison, and while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships, and her life starts to fall apart.
That's kind of... It's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like she was going to be a nice... Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came from nowhere. Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden.
Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Fredonculus?
No, it's not that.
I always forget.
I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kinds of stories, so don't worry.
I hope so.
Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri's into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different.
It's just that those kinds of stories, they challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals or their own philosophy that they believe in. Then suddenly, when you thought you related to that protagonist, they're made out to be the naive one for letting their one-sided morals interfere with the villain's plans. I'm rambling, aren't I?
Yeah.
Not again. I'm sorry.
Hey, don't apologize. After all, that's why we fucking picked the words for you in the fucking poem thing. Bullshit, whatever. I haven't lost interest or anything.
Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much.
I really don't think you need to worry. It just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club, after all.
That's true.
In fact, might as well get started reading it, right?
You don't have to.
What are you saying? Just a moment ago, you were looking forward to it. Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I'd put into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? Slip into the seat next to Yuri's.
Ah! Yeah.
You sure? Seem a little apprehensive.
I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want to read you. It's not that I don't want you to, Baka. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is reading in company with someone.
I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything.
All right.
I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri's in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. Looks like she's reading from my book instead.
Sorry. I was just...
Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you?
Why do you think I picked this character?
I could have sworn Nagito is your favorite character from Danganronpa 2 and not Mikan.
True. I do. I don't really mean to. Sorry.
Ha. Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's, and hold my book more between the two of them.
I suppose so.
Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page.
Here.
Oh no, the shit's cute.
See? It's good sometimes.
Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book open between her thumb and forefinger. This is really boring when, like, only two people are talking, isn't it? Glad we didn't do fucking Monica's shit. Would have just been me talking to myself.
Oh, God.
I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way, when I turn a page, Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face, and she's in the corner of my vision.
Are you ready?
Huh?
To turn the page.
Sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again, and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her.
That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me.
Yeah. Thanks. We continue reading.
And
reading.
And reading.
Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like intimate. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side. She catches it under her own thumb.
I mean, there is something that's kind of oddly intimate about that.
Yeah. Hey, Yuri. This might be a silly thought, but...
Wanna have sex?
The main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit.
You think so?
No,
does she?
I lied.
Fuck you. How does she?
Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways, but she also second-guesses all the things she says and does. Like she's afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not like I can see into your head or anything, but they're kind of reminiscent of some of your mannerisms.
I see.
Yuri remains silent for a moment.
But for Donkulus, that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her.
You're right.
Yeah! Ooh, that's so embarrassing that you think that.
Wait!
What, boys?
I was gonna say that had a really rap quality to it. Wait.
I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. Sorry, I really didn't know you were self-conscious about that sort of thing. I guess I more meant it in that it's kind of cute.
What are you saying
She's
all
dead.
of a sudden?
She's dead.
That you're cute.
Okay,
everyone.
Monica!
The whole screen disappeared in a second for us.
I think it's about time we share today's poems with each other. We might not have enough time if we wait too long. Yuri exhales, spared from finishing her thought.
Is that alright, Yuri? You look kinda down. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this.
It's not. It's fine.
Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb.
Ouch.
Ow!
Yeah, I was about to be like, ow, fuck.
Alright.
It's my thumb.
I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer I only read it with you?
I guess I don't have too much of a preference either way.
In that case, I'll read a little more tonight. It'll be more fun to read it with you after it picks up a bit, you know?
That's a good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters in your own time.
Don't aside me reading, bitch.
I was about
Fuck
to
you.
say.
Alright.
No fuck you. Fuck you, no fuck you.
I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, then slip it back into my bag.
I forget immediately.
By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night?
Yeah. My relaxation ends. Can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. Couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never done anything like this before. You know, all I did was, randomly pick words that had nothing to do with each other.
Imagine reading that poem. Suicide. Jump! I didn't even mean to do that! Oh my god, it's suicide jump! Oh.
Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with?
I can't wait.
Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Because that's how that sentence normally goes. Sayori's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself.
Who are you gonna show first?
Who should I show
Sayori
my
or Natsuki
poem to first?
Who do you think, Doug?
I mean, we kind of wrote it for Yuri, didn't we?
Oh yeah, true. Yuri seems the most experienced, so I should start with her. I can trust her opinion to be fair. As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten.
Exceptional.
Huh?
Huh? Did I say that out loud?
Yeah.
Oops.
Yuri first covers her mouth, then covers the... ends up covering her whole face.
He's going to hate me.
You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri.
That's... I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for?
I don't know. Yuri takes a breath.
So, what kind of writing experience do you have?
I don't.
Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before.
I threw random words at a page.
Yeah, I literally
Like-
just
well,
selected random pages.
Like darts.
Basically.
I pull
It's like I was playing
piece of
apples to
corkboard.
apples and I was just putting down random cards and whichever one
Yeah.
made me laugh.
Yeah, it's like I pulled out a piece of corkboard with darts in it from my backpack.
Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really.
Huh?
Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again.
Well, I know that. I just mean,
Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her finger along the words in the poem as if breaking it down more thoroughly.
Yeah. Okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter and they form fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened.
Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone and she sounds like an expert.
Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased, though.
Biased? How?
Well, I'll tell ya.
Never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry.
Well, I guess I'll just go and find out for myself.
Well, I guess I'll
next.
just go fuck myself.
I'm not sure if Yuri's apologizing to herself, to me, or Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now?
Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it.
Yuri smiles dreamily, as if that's a rare opportunity for her. Oh, that's almost sad.
Yeah.
After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature? Hey, suddenly I'm a little nervous about where this is going.
Why?
Just as a whole.
Okay, read my poem, bitch.
I can't read that.
Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow, bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back.
Ooh, that's actually pretty.
I'm saying the same thing.
I'm sorry to have such terrible handwriting,
What? I wasn't thinking that at all.
but it took you a long time to
I
read.
really want to get to Natsuki's, and it's just
Oh my god! You're gonna love Natsuki's
fucking
poems!
like circles and shit.
Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty.
That's a relief.
Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive.
It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems.
Not at all.
I'm really glad you like it.
I really like
I'll be
short
honest.
poems, personally.
Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write
Are we
something
all
a little
using
more
poems as a
mild.
metaphor for something else here?
No.
Oh, okay.
Okay, good.
No, I was thinking of actually short poems. What the fuck were you talking
Like
about?
haikus?
Well, just every time it's just like, okay, time to show each other our poems.
Oh my
Why do
god.
you have the weirdest experiences? First the Cookie Crisp, now showing each other's poems. What kind of metaphors?
Oh,
Yeah.
he has a long.
Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild.
Since it's our first.
I already
Oh,
said
you wrote- you said that.
something easy to digest, I suppose.
You into ghosts, Yuri? You wanna fuck ghosts?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all for Donkulus.
Really?
Yeah, stupid cunt.
Must have totally missed the point.
Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poems often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work.
Poets.
They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing.
It's a lot more solemn putting it that way. Hadn't even thought of that. It's impressive.
Eh?
That's impressive.
It's nothing really. Yours was impressive too, so.
Nah. If anything, I could probably
Hey,
learn a thing or
I
two
mean,
from you.
I was just saying you had a pretty impressive poem.
You think so?
Listen, I know my poem is impressive.
You think so?
The thing, I don't need to know that. I just enjoy sharing it.
God damn it.
Yeah, of course.
Free love! You know.
Free love.
I
Free
was really
literature.
nervous about doing all this. But in the end, I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, for Donkulus.
Ah, me too.
Oh, next! Natsuki, I think.
Yay!
It's me!
Yeah.
Ellipses.
Ellipses?
Question mark?
Well, it's about what I expected from someone like you.
That's a little blunt.
Well, excuse me.
Well, excuse me, princess.
It's not like I said it was bad. It just didn't evoke any emotions.
So basically, it's not cute enough for your tastes?
Do you want me to get smacked?
Hell yes.
By a little girl.
Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine.
Oh, these are great.
Okay, I want to read it.
Not that you'll like it. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it.
Wow, very good, Natsuki!
Who's your good baby?
Yeah. I told you that you weren't gonna like it. Say it, Michael.
Say it!
Say it!
Say that you like it, Michael!
Say it for Donkulus. What? Just be honest.
I am. Why are you so convinced I wouldn't like it?
Because it was shit!
Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously.
But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid.
Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening, so I decided to write about it.
Yeah, I understand.
But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set it up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line.
So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. What?
Not really.
I guess more went into it than I realized.
No.
That's a sentence.
Yeah, it just
That's
didn't
what
went where I thought it was
the
going
syntax
to.
is weird.
That's what it means to be a pro.
You're not a pro.
I didn't say that.
I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did ya?
Nope. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her.
Alright, next. Sayori?
I guess.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
This is a good poem, Redonkulus. Are you sure it's your first time?
It really does just sound like they're having sex.
Yeah! See?
The more it's going on is every single
Is
time.
this your first time? Of course.
Of course. It's not that good. Am I the kind of guy who would be writing poems in his spare time?
I guess you're right. But that's why But that's why it impressed me. I'm sorry I cannot read properly. Well, to be honest, I was afraid that you wouldn't do it seriously. Or that you wouldn't write one at all. I'm really happy just that you wrote one.
Oh.
It just reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now.
Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise.
See? It's like I said before, Redonkulus. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people, that's something that only really good people do.
Thanks, Sayori. Not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Which is... here to get laid. Can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined, because I wanted to get laid. Knowing how much this means to her and all.
Yeah. And I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That will be my way of thanking you.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm going to hold that.
God damn it.
I'm gonna hold you to that then.
Thanks for punching him for me.
Now you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this.
We'll see about that.
Alright.
Okay, hang on, I need to be
I like
close,
her.
'cause I'm
I
blind
like
as fuck.
Sayori's.
Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue, it's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever, but I'm not mad. I want breakfast.
I like Sayori's poems. They're my favorite.
I like that one
It was
too.
cute.
Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this?
Oh my gosh. No. Just a little bit.
Can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question.
Yeah, I mean, you can. She just
I
did.
forgot to do it last night.
Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself.
Don't be mean. I still tried my best.
Yeah. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice. Or how should I put it? It sounds just like you.
Really?
Yeah. Especially that last line.
I made eggs and toast.
Actually, I'm sorry, but this is way more your character.
I made eggs and toast.
Even though you were late to school?
It's bad to skip breakfast.
Amen.
I get all cranky.
Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me.
This was so much fun. Monica's the best.
Yeah, that's a weird thing to put in there.
Yeah, that is
Yeah,
weird.
right?
But next time, I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever.
Well, I guess I look forward to it.
Next
All right,
is
I can't wait for her to like have a novella for us to write, like just really long.
And all you're doing
Where
is
instead of picking 20 words, we pick 200.
Yeah.
God!
Anyways, time for Michael talks to himself.
Yep, Michael talks to himself hour.
Hi, Fredonculus. Having a good time so far?
Yeah.
Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new at everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay?
Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. Much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in.
Anyway, want to share your poem with me?
It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to.
Ha ha ha! Don't worry, Fredonculus. We're all kind of a little embarrassed, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon.
Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem.
Mm-hmm. Great job, Fredonculus. I was going, oh, in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you.
It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way, it always counts when I put in some effort.
Aha, that's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway.
That's not very fair, you little bitch.
You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism.
Yeah.
Unlike Sayori, who likes using simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness, Yuri likes it when readers are left to derive their own meaning out of it. It's very challenging to write like that effectively, both allowing people to get something out of it just by feel, or letting them deeply analyze all the nuances. It can take years of practice, which I'm assuming Yuri has at this point. I never really asked, though.
I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level yet.
Don't worry so much about that. You do your own thing. Just keep exploring and learning by trying new things.
I just really want her to start swearing for some reason.
Fucking shit.
No,
Sure, I'll end
no,
up-
just like, don't worry about that, motherfucker.
I'm sure I'll trying different things a lot. It could take a while. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this.
That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased towards their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself.
Yes.
So
Yeah,
don't
that's
force
her
yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write.
It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Ah, Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good.
You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to be not very good.
Well, that's because I have to sound confident. It doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know?
I see. Well, let's read it then.
Oh my god, it is long. It is
Oh my
long.
god, it's
I was kind of right.
hole in wall. It couldn't have been me. See, the direction spackle protrudes, a noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend. I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel blind like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retina's already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out, and he, on the other side, was looking in.
What the fuck is this shit?
That was dark.
What the fuck?
That was really dark.
I'm gonna take a moment here. We'll be right back.
Reread it again?
It couldn't have been me. See, the direction the spackle protrudes. A noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend. I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel blind like a film left out in the sun, but it's too late. My retina is already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep. Stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out, and he on the other side was looking in.
You okay?
So, what do you think?
It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback.
Haha, it's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful.
What was the inspiration behind this one?
Well, I'm not sure how to put it. I guess you could say it's that I had some kind of epiphany recently.
Satan.
It's been influencing my poems a bit.
Maybe.
Devil is taking
An epiphany?
An epiphany?
Yeah, something like that. Kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening.
Next time on Root Beer Gamers.
Next time on Root Beer Gamers.
Next time on Root Beer Gamers.
Weird poems.
Weird shit.
Maybe.
All right, bye.
Bye.
See ya.